Hello, this is V. Today I'm going to be talking about Petite Easton. This is her right out of the box. She's pretty flat, but let's see what we can do with her. So, good afternoon and welcome to Art of Wigs with V. I'm V. And I decided I was going to go on kind of a semi-deep dive into petite wigs because I've never really owned one, and I have indeed a petite circumference, and all of my measurements, actually most of them are child size. So I'm always altering wig caps and etc., but I thought I would try a few petite ones and we would see, maybe they're for you if you're petite, and maybe they're not. So the first image that you saw of me in when this video began was this one, Petite Easton in the color of Chrome RT 1B by Estetica. And it was straight out of the box. It was very, very flat. So, how did I get her this way? Well, first of all, this is a monofilament part up top. The whole crown, everything is monofilament. And I'll take it off and show that to you. Whoops, losing my glasses as always. Okay, so here it is, the inside out. Well, maybe if it cooperates. Okay, here's the mono crown. And the lace front that runs temple to temple. It has a silicone strip right here, which really is nice for keeping the lace down on my head, except normally that's kind of up on my hair, but I still think it helps. The only drawback to that is if you're parting where you see that and you don't put some powder over it on the other side or some foundation, then it will glint a little bit if the hair is really parted right on that. So, the rest of her is an open cap with an extended nape. Oops, here we go. Put that up closer for you to see. Extended nape. And it has the adjusters that are, well, one of them is actually already doing what I hate that they do. They're these, they call them bra strap adjusters, but in reality what they really are is like the clip that holds the bra onto the base of a bra, not the strap. And I usually, when I get these in place, sew them down and sew down the sides because they'll flip up on a regular size wig. This one I did not change where the adjusters were, but as you can see that one was hanging, and I'm going to need to stitch them where I want them just in place over the metal. Then they will not dangle out the bottom of my wig without me knowing it. I did have that happen to me. So when I got this, I'm going to show you. I just shook it a little. Probably shouldn't have done that. But I want you to know that right now she has product in her. Okay, because I already reviewed this once, but in editing I messed up the video. Go figure. But I mean, I'm old. What can I say? So basically, this is exactly what it looked like coming out of the box. I'm going to turn an additional light on here so that you can actually see it better. Got a lot of sunlight coming in the window behind my lamp, but so it looked just like this. Very flat, shapeless, an incredibly baked in part. I mean, really hard line part. It's not even as hard line now because I've kind of monkeyed with it a little, but it's really baked in there. And I just went, oh wow, what am I going to do with this? I felt like I looked like Alfalfa from the Little Rascals of years ago, whose hair was sort of parted like this, but down the middle more, and had a colic that stuck up here. And I was just, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do with this. I just know it. So, I get on to do the video and to show you all of this. And after I played with it a while, I was able to do quite a bit with it, more than I ever thought I could. So stick with me for a few minutes and we'll kind of see how that turns out. Now, how am I going to get rid of this really hard part here? Well, I've already gotten rid of some of it because it was like a total straight line. And I did that by moving the hair. First I put some John Renault pea soap cream, a dime size, on my fingertips, and I rubbed it together until you couldn't see it anymore when it was warm. I went in and I made little circles all over with my fingers in the John Renault pea soap cream at the root. I'm not a fan of using it on the hair itself unless I have to use it for some flyaways or if I really want to use it to piece things out. But on the root, it gets it up off the cap and it kind of stays there in the root. You don't have to keep putting it in every time you style the hair. You just have to redampen your hands and go in, and you're going to have revitalize the shape of it again instead of gumming up your hair with it every single time you use it, because it would, the product would pile up on each other is my point. So don't use it every time. Just go in with damp hands and it'll spark it, but I can't talk today. It'll spark it up. Now, so I got her lifted off the root, and she has that product in her. And I decided I would attempt to do, because this was supposed to be, according to Estetica, it was supposed to be Jett's little sister. Okay? Which would lead me to believe, and in reading the description of the specs on the measurements, that they were all exactly like Jett, except the cap would be smaller, which is what I would like, because Jett was my go-to wig for 2 years in this same color, and I liked it very much. However, that's not the case. The specs on this one are basically what they say. On Jett, they're actually a little longer than they say. And there's more overall hair on Jett than there is on Petite Easton. Petite Easton is styled in a very, I think, unbecoming manner in the stock photo. It's kind of like swooped back like into some kind of a bang here, but it's like a bang. It's kind of hard to explain it. You'll have to go and look at the stock photo anyway. I like mine in Jett. I like it swooped over like this. And I should be able to do that because I should be able to part it anywhere I want to because of the monofilament top. So, hard to do because of that baked in spot. With the heat from my hand and pressing on it, I was able to push some of the knots in another direction. Because when you have that really hard line, you can still see it here. When you have that, the knots are tightly sewn in, so this hair that was going in this direction will lay in that direction. And these knots were sewn in going in this direction, so the hair would lay in this direction. So you have to redirection the knots. And you need to do that with heat. Sometimes the heat of your hand will do it. Other times you might have to use a little shot of steam on it, or a washcloth in hot water, really super warm water, folded up and laid on those roots to go in the direction you want them to be. Right there, I'm going to tell you, if you like most wig wearers, you wait for your wigs to come that you ordered, that you're hoping is going to be the one, or it's going to be it, the one that you want to go to all the time. You're waiting with bated breath for the hair mail to come, and you're excited. And it comes. And it looks nothing like you thought it was going to look. And it looks absolutely nothing on you like you thought it was going to look, even if it's a pretty wig. So what went wrong? A big part of that is not knowing what your facial measurements are to see where is that wig going to fall on you. So like, if it's supposed to have a 4.5 or 4.25, I think it is on Petite Easton and on Jett, bang, you put your measurement here and you'd measure over here, and then you think that's exactly where that side will fall on me. If the other side, and if it were a full bang, see how it goes the same. With this one, it is a little over 5, almost 6 inches, but it's a very narrow piece there. See how narrow that is? Then it goes short. So that piece is probably more like the 4.25 one that it states Jett and Petite Easton are. This side is the 4.25 right there. Okay. Now it says the crown on Petite Easton is 3 inches. Crown will be about right here. If I pick this up and measure it, first of all, I want you to see how long it is, and I want you to see how varied the lengths are. They're very different lengths. It's not like that on Jett. Jett is exactly 3 inches from the crown. Okay. It states the nape on this is, I believe it's 1.5 or 1.75. I'm sorry, I don't have my paper in front of me. But let's measure it because I believe it's accurate. No, it's actually 2.25. That's not what it says in the stats. I believe it says 1.50. I'll look it up. Anyway, so I decided to put the John Renault Pea Silk Cream in and see if I could get any lift out of her. And I could. And there is a little bit of permatease here and here. That's why I can go like this. Even if the Pea Silk Cream wasn't in there, I can do that. Okay. Because it's got some permatease going all the way around here, all the way around underneath where the monotop stops. The monotop stops right here. And on the sides, it pretty much stops right here and right here. Okay, then you've got the lace back about 2 inches. See? I'll show you the lace front. It's a very nice lace front. Actually, it's a lot softer than my other Estetica lace fronts are. It lays very nicely on me. I don't have any gaps. My other ones always have a gap, and I have to glue them and press them for 30 seconds in the center with my hands like this, and then move it to the side so that any excess will go into the hair. That's because I really need a petite, and the lace is not going to conform to my size head very well. Okay, so how is the fit? The cap size is amazing. It feels like it's just perfect on me. Let's go back here. When they're an average, like I've been getting, Estetica runs, they say, I believe average. So anyway, you go up here, normally I can grab cap, and you'll be able to see it like bumping out. I can't really grab any cap to do it, but it'll go bump, 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 up and down. I can move it like that. So I end up taking a tuck in the back of it, back in here, to bring it down more, etc. The last Jett that I had, actually I own 2 Jetts. 2 of the Jetts that I've owned in this color, when they came, they were from the first Jetts that were produced. The cap was smaller. I did not need to take any tucks in it. Then I have one that I got recently that is not in the same color. It was in 1488 RT8. And it is too big. I can grab cap and just go up and down with it. It needs to be altered for me. And gossip in the wig world, so to speak, or the grapevine, people have been complaining who had Jett in the first production of it, who were petite-headed, and it fit them beautifully, and they loved it. Because they had small faces and the cut they loved too. However, the second ones that they bought were in the next production of them, and the caps were bigger. I find the same thing to be true, which is disheartening in a way. So that's why I thought I would try Petite Easton, because it's supposed to be Jett's little sister. Okay, Jett comes pretty flat when you get it also, but it doesn't have like this baked in thing. Number one, it's not a mono top. Jett isn't. Jett is just a lace front. Okay, So there wouldn't actually be a part, but you don't notice you don't have one. I wear in a lot of scooped over styles and no one knows it. I don't miss it at all. So this one, you can see when I smooth it down, it just goes right back to that same part that is really baked in. All right, now, if I were to apply some heat to it, probably it needs a little more heat than the heat from my hands, then I will be able to change that. But I'm going to show you something else that I do to it. First of all, I put the Jon Renau Peace Out Cream in it. And I looked at the side measurements. They're supposed to be, I think it's 1.75 on the ear tab. They're exactly the same measurements it says for Jett. And if I measure this, it's 1.5 from the top of the ear tab down. It's 1.5. So it's actually shorter. For me, that actually leaves some of my sideburn out, as you can see right there. That's my sideburn. I'll lift that up and show you. The ear tab is right here. That is my sideburn. That is my sideburn shaved, because my sideburns go way down to here. So, here it is over here. That's my sideburn. Whether or not I can cover that sideburn was a big concern of mine. Then I'm playing with her. I found some extra hair kind of behind the ear, because this actually, I'm only 11.5 ear to ear and hairline to occipital bone. So this actually does sit down on the top of where my ears hook onto my head. So I have to scooch it up a little bit. Even though it's a petite, I'm child size, remember that. So what that does is, when I was doing that, it allowed me to find a little bit of extra hair, which I appreciated. That was able to come forward. And because my hair is really dark, I don't know if not having the sideburns covered would really matter. Plus, look here. There's like this short piece and this kind of longer piece. And I don't know. I guess maybe that goes back. This fits in with the bang, but it's a little on the different side. So there are some aspects that gave me issues with her. This piece right here was sticking out. I figured it was box hair, but I wasn't sure. Then in playing with her, I found this side, and they were just about the same length. And that one was laying down, as it should. So it's really a cold set problem, meaning it's been folded up in the box, and once I wash her or just give her a soak, that will lay down. Okay, but she feels amazing on, because it's actually a wig that really fits me. So I can't live with it really flat like this. Now, if you want a nice flat, smooth style, right out of the box, you've got that with her. Okay? If you don't, and you need some height like I feel like I do, or if you like a more funked out kind of version in a style, then you're going to need to do a little bit of work and play with her. Okay? Nearly every wig is like that. You have to make it your own. So when you get them, if you want them to be eligible for return, then they need to be not worked on, okay? You need to keep the hanging tag on. You need to not put product in it. So you have to decide when you buy it, you've got to know, number one, where are the bang, where are the sides going to hang on you? Like if I have an 8-inch wig, the bang is 8-inch, like say January by Jon Renau, because I just got that one in. From here, look where January is going to come on me, the side, all the way down here. Now, if you had a 9-inch head, it's going to come up to here on you. It's going to come under my chin because I'm only 7 1/4 from here to here. So you have to know those things to know, how is that going to look on me? Because none of us look the same. Some of us have petite circumference and we have a really long face, or we have a wider face here and we have petite circumferences over here. We have to get a wig that fits the largest of all those measurements. So you need to know what those are. Most of these are not going to fit everybody perfect, look the same on everybody that reviewed it, and fit the face shape. of you. You're going to have to do some things to make them your own. So you have to decide, are they the lengths that I need when I get it home? Is the color right for me? Can I work with this? Can I make it mine? To decide whether or not you can take the tags off, whether or not you're going to keep it. Because once you do, that stuff to it, you can't send it back. So you have to make those decisions based on virtually doing nothing to it when you get it to make it eligible for return. So now I'm going to do the swoop over thing and try to do it without adding any more product, because I like to wear Jett with a low part with the front of it kind of swooped over like this, and I like to have the top up a bit. So I'm able to do that with her. I didn't take the part all the way back, which I would like to do, but that's because I know I'm going to have to add some heat to her to get her to stay there. We'll try it again. Now, so she's workable. If you'd have told me that was going to be the case when I got her out of the box, I'd laughed at you, because I thought it was a lost cause. But let me do a little turn around so you can see the side and the back. It has stays in the nape. Bend them toward your head. It lays very nicely. My hairline grows way down to here, so I shave my neck every day. But this really has a longer nape than you expect because it has the extended nape. That's the other side. So now, how would I do more with her? I'm going to probably apply some heat up here. And after I wash her and she's dried, if I apply that heat, that might even work even better. Okay? Now, what if I want her down on my face? Is she going to be anything like Jett, which can go like on my face? I'm looking in a little mirror down here, so just give me a second. Okay, I have to wear my glasses to really be able to see what I'm doing. So yeah, I can bring her down a little bit this way. She's kind of short up in here, but so is Jett. Okay, and this piece is sort of on the long side. I think with my Jett I might have trimmed a little bit there, and I think I've trimmed a little teeny bit in the bang area. But most of the time I'm not wearing Jett like this. Okay, I wear her up and over and a little more spiky. Then I decided I would try what I really like in a short style, which is a right side part. So remember, it's a mono top. I can put her any way I want, right? Oh, I thought this was kind of cute too. It has like a little wing over here. That's kind of funky and cute. Look at that. I mean, it's a wing. Might be the only wing I'll ever get, right? Let's hope not. Anyway, what you're seeing over top of my head there is my wicker thing. I might have to move that because it kind of makes it look like I have this hump on my head. Sorry. I'm not a pro at this, so we'll just keep going. So this is, I think, doable. Enough that I feel I can keep her, that I took the tags off her, that I put product in her. John Minnow Piso cream, okay? So, if I wanted to add a little more volume in it, I would use my Pantene Air Spray that I got from Walmart. Because it's for human hair, but it's no alcohol, and I really like it because aerosols are lighter and you get more lift. It does the same thing Wig Wax does, only it doesn't have the strong fragrance Wig Wax has, which I'm severely allergic to. So, I'm going to put a little bit of it in her. You'll see how it does what Wig Wax does. Oh, whoa! Isn't she wild? Look at that. And this stuff will hold all day. Would I go out with her like this? No, not unless I'm in a Halloween costume. But who knows? This could be the style. Maybe it's the style in the crowd you run with. Maybe it's the style in big hair places. Maybe you look better in big hair. I don't know. You could just sort of piece her out a little bit here. After you get it pumped up, then you can move these hairs. Still keeping your volume at the root. Kind of move them where you want. You can do like that with almost any style. There's another low wing. Those are cute, aren't they? I think that's cute. Now I'm going to try for the right side part. Here we go. Now remember, we can see scalp anywhere we part here because it's a monofilament top. And typically, you can't get a lot of height out of a monofilament top because there's no permatease up in here at all. That's why I needed to go in with John Renault Peace Out Cream and make those little circles because I have to create my lift where that monofilament top's going to be. And I do that by John Renault Peace Out Cream. Can't see it, just on your fingertips. You have made it warm. At the root, making little circles all over the top. Okay. Now I have to get this side to go down. I'm going to press here a little bit. Just give me a second. I'm only using, if you've noticed, I haven't used any tools. Just my 10 free ones right here. I still got that little piece there that will be taken care of when I wash it because it's from being in the box. I want a little bit of lift right here. It's kind of got a longer top right there. Remember that I said Jett had? Remember my permatease is right here. Now, let me get my glasses on so I can see what it looks like. Now, I usually put my glasses underneath my tabs. Then I take the tabs, flatten them, and shove them down under the bows. Or should I say I put them over the tabs, is that right? Well, kind of not, but it's. I got some hair in my eye. Sorry about that. Hang on. Okay. Now, I even like that one little long piece out there. One piece up here sticking up. Hang on. You see how I backcombed that just a little bit with my finger into there? Still haven't picked up a comb or anything yet. Maybe I stick that under my glasses. Alright, so feels like I got crooked eyeglasses though. Alright, it's underneath the adjuster. That's what the problem was. That's why I sew them down. So let me show you that now from do another spin. Hopefully she doesn't look too weird at the crown there. Now, what about my sideburns? Well, they kind of show a little bit. But I have dark hair, so does it match the root? It does. And my root is black. My hair's almost black. So is anyone going to question whether those sideburns are going to show, even if they grow a little bit? They've got a few gray shades in them. I think they'll blend in just fine. So basically, in playing with this went from being a little rascal to being a better than a Jett, in my estimation, because it fits me. The cap fits me perfectly. I like this heavy bang situation here now. Could I mess her up more? Of course I could. Why not? This is very fun for me. This is the kind of hair I like to wear. So this went from being that something when I opened the box when it arrived, that I said, oh my, what have I done? to becoming something that I'm probably going to want a backup one in the same color. And I don't even know if I'm going to want to wear Jett anymore after this. Only because this totally fits me. It feels like I don't have a wig on. There's nothing moving around under it. It fits my head. It's the first time I've ever actually had a wig that totally fit my head. So, would I say that this is Jett's little sister? Yes, I would. And the little sister who could actually even do more than Jett can. No tools. Just a couple of products. Right here. John Real Peace Out Cream, My Human Hair Earth Spray by Pantene. That's it. So, I want to thank Franny's Hair for sending this to me today to review. And you need to shop for her in the links below, or shop for all wigs at frannyshair.com in the links below this video. I apologize for purple glare in my glasses, but it is what it is. You're supposed to be looking at the hair anyway. So, thank you for coming today, and I really appreciate you visiting my channel and listening to me. I hope you will figure out how to make it your own, and if you need help with that, join the Facebook page called Franny's Hair. It's a private Facebook page for people to assist one another and support one another in this journey of wig wearing and hair loss. It's a private group. And you can actually email me from there and request a one-on-one consultation with V. It's completely free. It's totally private. And we'll go over color. We'll go over measuring your face. We'll go over trying to figure out what wig are you going to get that you are going to be able to do something with it out of the box. How are you going to be able to make it you? You can even follow up with questions in the email to me after we've met. And on top of that, we can have another one-on-one if you need my help in looking at the one that you received and what you might want to do with it. So, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope if you're a petite head that you're really going to think about Petite Easton and don't pay any attention to her stock photo. So I couldn't even get her to do that. And I wouldn't want to, quite honestly. So, just have a great day. Thank you for coming, and be blessed.